Hello and welcome back to Raising the Robins, and now the Vanarama National League on Football Manager 2019 with Carshalton Athletic. And as you can see, today we're at the start of Season 4, Episode 1, as in the title, as in the thumbnail, as in my intro a minute ago. And our first game is at home to Shakhtar Donetsk Hartlepool. So very tough game to start with. I'm not too sure how long they've been in this division. I think they are in real life, so they maybe are still hanging around it. We've been one game already played, Sutton United, not fierce rivals yet, but rivals, losing to Dagenham and Redbridge, so that's technically nice to see, although I don't dislike Sutton United particularly as much as I do like Carshalton Athletic. So yeah, last time out we had the 3-game run-in, which resulted in us somehow against all odds winning the title. On the last day, in actual fact, and I think it was the last day, yeah, it was pretty dramatic circumstances from what I recall. Certainly felt like it playing it anyway. Yeah, and Hartlepool are actually, so yeah, that's who we got today. So that's where the last time we got Hartlepool today. They are actually managed by the one and the only Robert Green. I'm not sure how long he's been here. Let's have a look how long he's been here. 4th of the 4th, 2020. So he came at April. Well, he's been here about a year, isn't he? So he's been here a while. They've got director of football is Craig Hignett. So they've got a bit of an ex-player running through their team, running through their staff there, so that's quite nice to see. So what we've got to get through today, first of all, so yes, I did mention it in the last episode, I wasn't sure if it was going to happen, but I suspected as much. There is another stadium expansion happening, so a lot of our stadium is going to be closed until, I can't remember exactly when, but I'm sure I've already started and I'll still be showing a screenshot of it on the screen right now. To do that, we had to cancel our youth facilities upgrade at the same time due to the money inflation. I think I have since got those put back in place. They asked to discuss philosophies. That was something I asked to do. Still tried to get the board affiliate, the senior affiliate, still not interested. So yeah. We also got manager of the season last year, manager of the year. So again, screenshot on screen, just showing that, just as proof, I guess. Which was nice. Really nice to get some personal awards. In terms of who came up with us, Haringey Borough did. Bournemouth didn't make it. So we've got Maidstone, Haringey Borough. So it looks like both the South clubs. I'm guessing Gateshead are in here somewhere. Not showing them playing, but I guess they didn't. But they were winning their league at some point. But I don't care about the North South. From the South side, it's ourselves, Haringey Borough, and Maidstone. Pretty sure Maidstone were in it. It wasn't a cup game we played them in last year, was it? Pretty sure we played them last year, so yeah, it looks like us three come up. Not sure who's gone down and whatnot. AFC Wimbledon join us in this division, playing Macclesfield, another former league team. There's a lot of ex-league football league teams in here. I mean, there's a lot. We've got Dagenham and Redbridge in recent years. I think they might have just come down as well. Macclesfield, AFC Wimbledon, Barnet. Southport a bit longer ago, I'm pretty sure were. Aldershot in recent years, I think, have been. Boston United, Hartlepool, of course, Chesterfield. Pretty much this whole division. Cheltenham, I don't remember Dover and Barrow, but I might just be missing out. Wrexham, famously a league team, knocked out my beloved Arsenal in the FA Cup in 93, Mickey Thomas. Won't be showing that on screen. Leighton Orient have been, Tranmere, of course, York, yeah, so a lot of teams. So yeah, we've signed up all the players I could to new deals, so the ones that would accept the deals have signed up. There's a couple of players that either not signed up and have been released, or they might still be sitting in the club on non-contracts, or I think they're on non-contracts anyway. But players like back up right midfield, I can't remember his name now. We'll have a look in a minute, see what's happened. We did also release a few players. In particular, was David King, the right back. He was on big money, so we got him off the bill. He hasn't played for a year and a half. So yeah, that was something we had to do. What else have we got? I'll go through the transfers in a minute as a separate thing. We'll close the finances. We've done our usual. In fact, what I'll do, I'll show you the schedule, what we've done. So we've done our usual. We didn't win many matches. We got spanked quite a bit early on as well. We started to get a few goals around here. A few narrow losses, still a few spankings. A few penalty losses in cups. We just did it all as cups this year. Mansfield games are very low attendance, but generally it's quite good attendances against some of the bigger teams. We managed to beat Bristol Rovers in one of the games, and then it was no wins until we played the low teams, Bicester and Wokingham. We won that 2-0, 5-1. lower attendances here, but they would just try and get the morale back up before the Hartlepool game. So yeah, that was for that. I'm going to show on the screen now the finances as we ended the end of the season, last season. I don't remember exactly what we were. I think we were on less than 100 grand in the bank, maybe like 70, something like that. So I'll show you that on the screen now, and then what we'll do, we'll have a look at where we stand now. I haven't actually looked at this, I don't know where we are, but after all these money spinning games, we should be fairly healthy. The stadium being closed for a big part of this season isn't going to help. I was hoping it might move us. I remember Dr. Benji's Thames series last year, FM19, he got moved to like Valley Park and places. I was hoping something like that might happen. We'd move to a bigger stadium temporarily, but it hasn't happened, unfortunately. So we'll see how that bodes us for this season. But let's see where we sit financially now. 324. That's a very nice spike in money there. Our transfer budget's gone up from 11 to 21, but that's still not high enough to pay for any sort of decent players in this division. There's one or two I've looked at. They were on in at least 75, 80. To you know, we don't have that sort of clout, unfortunately. There was a free transfer player from Tottenham. He looked a cut above, absolute mustard for this division. He was wanted by a few clubs, but no one was moving. I tried to make a few moves. He wasn't interested, and then he was interested, but he didn't think we could afford him, so that went about and about. And I think I did eventually get an offer in for him, but they weren't. It was budget, and me putting a few more offers in then made I think it's Oldham coming for him. They've snapped him up. I tried to loan him. They've dropped him to the under 23s, I think. He's probably good enough even for them in like League One, where it is they're in now. But yeah, if he comes available for loan, we'll certainly try and get him snapped up. And we've also got that guy who finished second top scorer in the league last year. Tried to get him, wasn't interested. They said they wanted to play with better quality players. And then Haringey coming for him. We're in this division. He finished behind us in the National South, and I think he's gone there again. I think that's where he was last year. So they were happy to go to a division below last year, and then this year to a club that finished even lower than us. It's very, very bizarre, but maybe our reputation is just that shocked a bit to make them going to two promotions back to back. We are going back. Let's see anything I can get. If we go to the season preview for this year, Vanarama National, I haven't looked at this. I'm going to assume we're probably on the low side. This is probably expected to be our highest position this season, 8th in it. Let's see if that is the case. Where are we? Season preview, went right past it. So AFC Wimbledon expected to win it at a canter. Leighton Orient, Chesterfield. Yeah, 1,000 to 1, rock bottom. Even Haringey above us, who came up. Maidstone, maybe it wasn't Maidstone, was it Maidenhead that was a division below us? I think it must have been. Maidenhead it was Maidenhead, not Maidstone. If you were shouting that at them or at me, I apologise. Sutton just above the relegations, I think. Is it 3 down? It's 4 down, so Sutton actually in the bottom relegation spots as well. And they are currently reside there at the moment where we're expected to finish. So drop a comment down below, where do you think we'll finish this season? I'll be honest, I felt last year we had a good chance of what we did, because I mentioned it in the last episode, the disparity between the division we went up to wasn't great. I think this year it's a much bigger league. Might not be, I might be wrong, but I think it is. But also I felt like the business we did last summer was a lot more productive than what we've done this season. We brought a lot of players in. I don't think they're massive improvements on what we already had. There's 1 or 2 maybe, but I'm not too sure. And a big one as well is straight off the bat, in pretty much the game. What game was it? It was Derby, I think. West Ham. No, it was one of these 2 games. Bristol or Wokingham, I think it was. We picked up a rather savage injury. Someone who actually had quite a good pre-season, I think. It was Max Moore. He had a good end to the season last year, and he had 6.4 seconds, but I mean that was playing in games that were really getting tamed both ends. But he's out for broken lower leg, 5 to 9 months. Absolutely devastating, and it kind of changed my plans a little bit. I needed to go and get another midfielder to fill the spot left by him. So you've probably seen a few new names on there, but they'll mean probably absolutely nothing to you. So let's now cut to the transfer centre and have a look at the ins and outs and shake it all about. Yeah, so this was the guy we looked at, the one who was on a free, went to Oldham, Gianfranco Blake, released by Tottenham, and probably doesn't look too amazing, but he's very much a cut above the rest. 98 scout summary, 22.5 grand, so yeah, 18 years of age, Argentinian. He's got under 20 caps already, so not surprised he didn't want to join us, but never made an appearance at Tottenham. So far hasn't for Oldham either. I don't know if their season started yet. Very good physicals, good pace, good acceleration, all that sort of stuff. I mean, left spot of midfield is probably somewhere we're slightly more blessed for good players, but this guy, I had to go through him once he was available. The scouts were just saying at all costs sign him, but unfortunately we couldn't. So let's cut to the transfer history. No outs, not technically true. If we go to release players, so yeah, David King was released. He was on big money. He's gone to Averley. Yeah, no idea. He's gone. Billy Bishop's gone. No one signed him up yet. He is wanted. I mean, you can get a grasp of it. Dorking Wanderers and Harlow Town, they were in the division we started in at first, was like tier 7, so it tells you we're not there. Luke Delaney, that's the one I was thinking of, the right midfielder. He has actually gone to Moneyfields. He's earning 0, so not really Moneyfields. They're in the Bostik Premier, so that's the division below even we started in. Didn't really do too much for us last year, so not too disappointing. I was hoping we'd get something better. I think we have. Joe Delico, another right midfielder, didn't quite make the grade. Still not wanted. He come from Wolves, didn't he? Yeah. Didn't quite live up to the fanfare that we expected of him, and off he goes. Torrey Simpson, the fans were a little bit upset about this one, but I couldn't really do much about it. He didn't want to sign a new contract. Hampton Richmond come in and went for him. He went. I had literally no say in it. Good pace, good finishing, but he never really showed it for us, to be honest. 1 goal and 9, 2 assists. In a team that were fairly free scoring and doing quite well, didn't do too much. And Mike Dixon finally goes on a free. He's gone to Averley as well, the under 23s. He's 24 years old, so how much he's actually going to play, I don't know. So if we go to the ins, first one is Lewis Jones. These are just in date order. They're no particular order of quality. A centre midfielder, decent current ability, good potential, sits quite nicely in the hierarchy of midfielders on a free transfer from Portsmouth. And really, it was fin picking this year on players that were released. That was my philosophy again this year, same as last year. Bring them in young, bring them in with good potential. That and the other. Try and get some game time, and see if we can sort of make a bit more out of them that way. And if we sell down the future, we sell down the line. Haven't really sold many players really, but in fact we sold none. In actual fact, I don't think in the whole time here we've made no money from transfers. I don't think, but we've not spent a penny either, other than sort of the odd contract fees here and there, like the agent fees, stuff like that. But yeah, he looks like a decent midfielder for this division. Not amazing, but he's only 18 years of age. He can only improve. I think that's probably what we're going to sell. It says he's an important player. He's the best midfielder centre we've got. So, especially now Max Morn is injured, it doesn't say a lot, does it? Jaden Davis in there as well. I think he's a new signing, possibly as well. We've got the legend, not Lee Catamol. We've got Scott Catamol. A striker, really we bought a number of strikers in just for a bit of options, even if they weren't all the best. We lost someone up front, I think. I can't remember, but yeah, we needed some legs in. I liked his acceleration and pace, so that in these divisions alone can be worth a couple of goals. He signs from Cheltenham on a free transfer, never made an appearance. He's a little bit further down the list, but he could learn. He's a model citizen as well, which I like, and it could help with the mentoring groups and stuff like that. I think that will come in vital, having some good personalities amongst the team. I think he has some good teamwork and stuff like that as well. I picked up a few just on that because it can go a long way. Another striker, Greg Mooney, another 18-year-old, 15 pace, 13 acceleration. Again, the finishing leaves a little bit to desire, but I mean, Omar Corona's finishing isn't great, and he's banging in 30 goals a season. Probably won't this year, but he's still going to be in around the team. Probably first choice striker still. I think Kerry's had a good pre-season as well, so they're probably going to be my starting two. He signs from Southend in the Championship. Again, never made an appearance, so easy for us to pick him up. And all these guys, they're either on non-contracts, a couple of them just to get some bodies in that we don't have to pay wages for. We can just play them when we play them. And we've got a couple that we just drop their wage demands lower as we can, and just offer them international sort of bonuses and stuff. So yeah, that will hopefully come in quite nicely for us. We've got Ryan Pennery, another striker, a poacher this time, 23 years old, so a bit more of a wise head on that body. 12 finishing, 13 pace for 12 acceleration, knocks ball past opponent. very good. If you've got a bit of pace, knocking it past the opponent is all very well and good. I like that. He comes from Gosport, where he's had a decentish run, but obviously in a lower division. Moneyfield's in there as well. Raffins, Milton, never heard of them. Gosport I know fairly well. I think that's down near like Winchester, Southampton. I went to uni round in Winchester, so I know a few of those names ring a bell. Possibly Portsmouth, Gosport actually. It might be funny. I know that some of these names like Havant, Waterlooville and Eastleigh and stuff like that. I know them without overly knowing them. Although I think it was Earth nightclub in Eastleigh I had a very bad experience in. Liam Brady, the legend. He's not very good, but if you see Liam Brady available, you have to snap him up. Arsenal legend, of course, Liam Brady. Not this one. Bognor Regis Town, Arundel and Frome. I've literally just signed him because he's Liam Brady. I'll probably release him soon. We'll give him a bit of a chance, but yeah, he's in the under 23s. I literally just signed him to sign Liam Brady. And there's a few more I could have done that for as well, but I relented. There's one or two others I did for different reasons, which we'll come to in a minute. We've got Will Alderton, another midfielder centre. Like I said, with Max Moore missing, we've maybe couldn't get the one to replace him, so we've brought in as many as we can to try and fill the void, hopefully, between them. Good pace, good acceleration, good agility, natural fitness, which is key for that centre midfield spot. Decent decisions, decent leadership, work rate, that sort of stuff. Good first touch for this level. And yeah, he could be a good one. 21 years of age, so again a bit older. Comes from Basingstoke Town, originally at Barnsley. But yeah, Will Alderson, welcome to the club. Wayne Cook, another 18-year-old midfielder centre. Again, another one. Decent physicals, some good aggression in there, so hopefully a bit more in the tackling, despite his tackling only being 5. Yeah, his technical is not great. His work rate and determination and aggression and most of his physicals, all very good. So that's what he's there for, and he signed from Aston Villa, I believe. He did. Again, didn't make an appearance. They've been a bit of a yo-yo team, Championship, Premier League, Championship. Not sure where they're going to be this season. Don't really care. But yeah, welcome to the club, Wayne Cook. No, didn't really sign this player because he's a gunner, although that helps. But I don't know why I signed him, because I'm looking at him now, he's 1 star. I think he might have been one of the first ones I signed without realising what other options I had. I found a few later on, although he's later down the dates. There was a reason, I can't remember what it was. Maybe his ability has dropped with some of the other players we brought in since, that must be it. But he got good pace again. He had some good mentals. The teamwork, the work rate, determination, good flair. Cuts and such both wings despite being a striker. Okay. Yeah, good pace, fitness, agility, acceleration. So again, hopefully could be a bit of a Karoma there. Not good finishing, but doing well in spite of it. We've also got Arjanit Krasnicki, another midfielder. Probably not going to make it into the team just yet. Signs from Lowestoft Town, well, Colchester via Lowestoft Town. 2 free transfers pretty much in a row. Walthamstow originally. Again, I think he was one that a bit of a panic buy. There was good work rate perhaps was involved, and good acceleration, pace, that sort of stuff. But again, it's just trying to get some bodies in this year. He's not on a contract. It's just getting some bodies in who can maybe do a job if and when we need them. If we don't need them, who cares? We've got this guy from Millwall, Jaden Davis. Again, my scouts like the look of him, and you can see why. He's got some good physicals, some decent technicals in there. The mentals leave a little bit to desired, but he's on a wage. We've got him as a key player, so he might be the one that fills the void left by Max Morn, assuming we don't go straight back to Dan Adams and Tom O'Connor, or Dan Adams at least. Yeah, we've got Valjin Aslani, a Kosovan striker from, again, Millwall. Again, not great finishing, some good physicals there, good determination, good work rate, decent-ish personality. Again, some good pace and knocks ball past opponent. He's tall as well, so a bit more physical player. He has got English nationality, so he's not affected by the Brexit that we've got on. I can't remember exactly what's happened, but I think we've done okay. The Arsenal save's got a harsh one, but this one's okay. I think he's got under 21 appearances, so we haven't offered him quite the same level of international deal. We just put him on a non-contract and didn't offer him any international bonus, because he could well get through to Kosovo. Not taking that risk. We've got Harrison Falstone, who it says we signed from Leamington. It started at Sheffield United, but Leamington, and I don't know how. I think he was just on a non-contract, and we offered him a non-contract, and he snapped it up. We lost a centre back, I forget who, and obviously David King left as well, which is he was a backup. He's 6'3", good jumping reach, good pace, good acceleration, agility, that sort of stuff. His tackling's decent. Bit of marking and heading needed, but as a backup centre back, maybe third, fourth choice, I think he'll do okay. If we can get some work on him, get him to boost up some of his stats, he could be. Plus, also he's versatile. He can play left and right back if needed. If injuries get to that kind of state and we need him. And then we've also signed Lezian Sella, an Albanian centre back. He's on loan from Coventry, and he was the panic one I made when Max Morn went. Again, he's not amazing, but he was the best loan we could get. We allowed 5 loans. I was hoping we'd actually get some decent loans, but there's none really available. But he's got good stamina, decent pace, decent physicals, I guess, good work rate. More of a box-to-box midfielder. Hopefully we can see a bit of him. We're not paying any wages. We're not paying anything towards him being here. He's had loans at Corinthian Casuals and whatnot. Coventry signed him not long ago from Hartley Whitney on a free transfer. So they must have saw something in him, but not too sure what that is for a League 2 team. And then the final one is Shelby Johnson. There's actually another right back my scouts want me to sign, but he's contracted to another club and he's worth more money than we can pay him. This guy is slightly better than AO Technology, I think. He's actually better than Cornell McDonald now. He wasn't when we scouted him, he was second choice. But he had his, what do you call it on here, the comparison. When I did the comparison, I compared him to them both. He came across as better than both of them. Not too sure if he is, but I think we'll probably start with Cornell at the start of the season. But he comes from Arsenal. We had him on trial for a little while. Liked the look of him, gave him a chance and snapped him up. Yeah, so that sums up the transfers. What we'll do now, we're going to cut to the lineups. We're going to play one game today, the Hartlepool game, because I'm just wary this might be a bit too long of an episode, otherwise it probably is already. So here are the lineups. This is pretty much what the assistants picked for today's game as being the best team. I've had a bit of an input as well. So we've got Jordan Carey playing off of Karoma. He had them switch around the other way, but we're going back to what we know. We've got Ossie on the left. We've got Sella in midfield. Jaden Davis in midfield. So a complete midfield rejig. We've got Asau on the right. Crazy World of Arthur Brown on the left. It's Archie Brown. Cashin and Papo still in the middle, and then McDonald starts on the right, and Gohi on the right and goal as well. We've also forgot to say we've brought up a few of the young players from the under 18s and 23s up into the first team a little bit as well. Ones that are ready. So Corcoran's had a bit of a loan spell out. He's back up in the first team now. We've got Nathan Clark as well, the prodigal son striker, 16 years old, Irish as well, which is absolutely fantastic. So we brought him up into the team. He's on the bench today. We probably could have chosen someone else, but we're going with him. We don't know anything about the Hartlepool team here. Well, I don't anyway, put it that way. Is that Calvin Andrews? No, Corey Andrews. I think I've heard of Calvin Andrews somewhere in the lower leagues. Not too sure where or why, but I think I do. And we'll see how we get on this episode today. Let me know in the comments down below right now how you think we're going to get on against very tough opposition. I mean, pretty much every team's going to be tough this year. I'd be happy to finish 18th, something like that, you know, above the relegation places. Anyway, put it that way. Okay, so we've got goal kick starting for our goalkeeper. Magoe finds Papo. I mean, it's 30 minutes in, we haven't really had a highlight in this game. Sella, Davis, it's back to Sella. We're still working on our familiarity with the tactic as well. Obviously, bringing in that many players in just slaughtered it down. Hopefully, it will start to build up again soon, and then with that, we'll see maybe a bit of an upturn in performances. We might have a little bit of a rocky-ish start. I mean, we had it last season. We actually had a good start, but you could see it's a bit more luck than judgment. I guess if it's the best way of saying it. Don't head it away to no one. Oh, literally just recorded an Arsenal episode, and they've scored. I literally just recorded an Arsenal episode where exactly the same thing happened, and I called it out as happening all the time in Carshalton, and it's happened again. That Arsenal episode won't be out for about a week or so probably, so yeah, you can look forward to that. It's just the same goals being conceded. We have a free kick here. Osu to whip it in. Karoma, can you get his off the score sheet? We need him to be big this season still. Kerry, Karoma, it's the post. He can't get a rebound, but it's an OG, I think. It would be nice if Karoma could have got that, but We're back in the game, that's all that matters. It's a very even game actually. The possession obviously they've got, but which we're not used to seeing too much. We're normally quite a good on the ball team. But a good header from Corona, hits the post, hits the goalkeeper. Good second save for the goalkeeper, it just comes back, hits the defender and goes in. We're not going to run the track for that. We get to half time 1-1, and in our first game in a very high division, and I think the division that Carshalton I don't think have actually been in real life. I might be wrong, I don't think they have been. We're doing okay. Again, it's another shoddy goal in the match engine that's cost us again. Just a defender can take it down and do what he pleases, but he just heads it back to them. And it's just something I see so often. I just starting to get worn down by it now, to be honest. We are going to make a change. We are going to bring on the young lad Nathan Clark for Jordan Kerry. It's not been his day. So it's not been either the striker's day, to be honest. Sal will come out for Kuboa as well, but we're not going to change anything else just yet. Something I need to note as well, I am actually training Kuboa now to be a striker. I was hoping to get that left midfielder on loan and get his name out, the RG bloke. Obviously didn't have Pastor in behind. It's the same goals again, isn't it? Yep. Oh. Yeah, so we're training Kuboa as a striker. He's got a few of the attributes there needed. Can maybe play that deep line forward role. Can maybe fill the void, of a decent-ish striker we need. We know we got a good shot on him, good bit of skill. Defender just stops, as you do. Yeah, and I think we've got better options in left and right midfield now than maybe Kuboa with his lack of pace. So they play it out from the back, and that's the end of the game. A very disappointing way to start the new season. We still haven't technically scored yet. It's an own goal. We did enough to get a draw out of that game, I reckon. It's just one shoddy goal, one goal. It just always happens. But I see enough there to think that we could have a good chance if we have a good run against some of the lower teams. We've got Aldershot next to it on the third. But after one game you can't really call too much. So we're not bottom. That's a highlight. That's a positive. But I might have to look at maybe a different tactical style. What did they play in that game? They played a 4-1-2-1 or 4-3-3. So we might have to, if we're going to see a few more teams playing that, we might have to adapt to that a little bit. Although we did quite enjoy it last season, playing the 4-3-3, we had a bit of joy. AFC Wimbledon winning their first game, they're expected to win the league, so they're on course to start well. But in terms of ourselves, where we're going to come back next episode, right, we're going to completely skip through August, I'd imagine. We're looking at 9 episodes a season. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's basically one a month, yeah. So we're going to come back in September at some point. Do you know what? I'll judge it based on where I can get to tomorrow, and also how the league's looking. So I don't know where these teams are going to be sitting. We can go by the season preview, but it doesn't mean absolutely nothing. It could be completely wrong. Decentish crowd, not as many as I'd like, but we have got that stadium closure. So if you enjoyed today's episode, please do drop a like down below. If you're new to the channel, please drop a sub as well. Anything you want to see, any comments, if you want to say, let me know. Predictions for the season, predictions for the next games, whatever they may be, let me know. If you think we're going to get tanked every game, let me know. We've given ourselves some good accounts against some big teams. Okay, we got bumped by a lot of them as well, but on our day we can win games, and I think we should hopefully do it. Myself, I think we're going to win enough points to certainly stay up and just try and grow our reputation, grow our players, grow our squad, grow our team, and hopefully have a bit of a crack in the coming years. I don't think this is going to be a promotion year. I'd be very, very surprised if it's a promotion year. But yeah, until next time for a game in September, whichever one that may be, I'll see you later. Take care.